notice how the most unforgettable patio kitchens feel 10 degrees cooler, smell like roasting chiles, and pull people in before the food is ready? The secret is a hacienda mindset. Build atmosphere first, appliances second. Today on Luxury Home Decor, we are unlocking patio kitchen ideas that turn sun-baked corners into year-round gathering hubs, from low-cost upgrades to resort-worthy layouts. Stick around for budget wins, seasonal flips, and space-saving magic. When I say hacienda, think welcoming courtyards, thick plastered walls that hold the day's warmth, and cooking zones that invite long conversations after sunset. You do not need an estate. The spirit works on balconies, side yards, even rooftops. It is about tactile materials, generous seating, and colors that echo clay, sky, and foliage. By focusing on feeling over square footage, you create a patio kitchen that serves meals and memories. Great hacienda style lives in layers. Start with a grounding surface. Saltillo tile, colored concrete, or compacted decomposed granite. Add vertical texture through lime-washed stucco, reclaimed brick, or wood planks brushed with diluted paint for a sun-faded effect. Introduce one hero pattern tile, not everywhere, just where hands rest or eyes pause. Finish with woven fibers, hammered metal, and glazed pottery so touch, sound, and light mix like ingredients in salsa. Color carries temperature outdoors. Anchor your palette with earthen reds, toasted terracotta, and mesquite brown to echo traditional hacienda floors. Then cool the heat using mineral blues, cactus greens, or aged copper patinas on accessories, textiles, and dishware. Rotate brighter accents by season. Marigold for fall gatherings, bougainvillea fuchsia for spring, nautical indigo during peak summer glare. Because the base stays warm and neutral, small swaps refresh the whole patio kitchen affordably. Comfort is shade plus airflow. Orient prep and seating zones where afternoon sun softens, or create filtered shade with a slatted pergola that lets moonlight through. Train grapevines, wisteria, or climbing roses over tension wires for living cover that cools air passing beneath. Where structures are impossible, budget-friendly sailcloths or cane screens clipped to existing posts. Always leave openings opposite each other so prevailing breezes wash the cooking smoke away. Plan your patio kitchen like an interior one. Prep, cook, serve, and gather. Draw an invisible triangle between sink, primary heat source, and plating counter. Keep each leg under about 9 feet for easy movement, even outdoors. Provide at least 40 inches of clear path so guests can flow behind without bumping hot pans. Separate children's snack reach zones from live fire. A logical layout feels luxurious even when materials are humble. Working with a tiny patio, mount a narrow counter along one wall for prep, then swing out a hinged extension only when cooking. Tuck a compact grill or plancha into a stuccoed corner. Flanking shelves hold spices and utensils vertically. Use hanging rails, magnetic knife strips, and stackable nesting bowls to free surface area. A rolling beverage cart doubles as an island, then parks indoors after the party, saving weather exposure. If full masonry is not in the budget, tint poured concrete with iron oxide for that sun-warmed terracotta tone, then score shallow joints to mimic large tiles. Skim coat cinder block bases with stucco and lime wash for softness. Dry lay reclaimed brick for a rustic work ledge. Seal with food-safe penetrating sealer. Even corrugated metal, flipped flat side up and topped with butcher block, becomes a character-rich counter. Spend where performance lives. Quality burners, a reliable gas or propane line installed to code, proper drainage, and weather-rated electrical should outrank decorative extras. Once the infrastructure is safe and sturdy, layer personality through paint, tile insets, textiles, and portable furniture you can change seasonally. Think of structure as the oven and style as the spice rack. Upgrading spices later costs little compared with breaking concrete to fix plumbing mistakes. hand-painted tile tells your patio kitchen story. Rather than covering every surface, concentrate accents where hands linger. The riser of a counter, the front of a bar, or the inside edge of a shelf. Frame plain field tile with patterned borders to stretch budget pieces. Break leftover decorative tiles into shards and set into mortar trivets, hot pads, or tabletops. Small hits of pattern reed collected. Not chaotic, never overwhelming. Soft goods deliver instant seasonal mood. Keep a base set of durable neutral cushions sized for your seating, then slide on zippered covers by season. Sun-wash stripes for summer, chilly red serape bands for festive months, deep indigo canvas when you want a calmer winter feel. Store extra covers rolled in labeled mesh bags so air circulates. Even table runners cut from inexpensive outdoor fabric can refresh the space overnight. Outdoor lighting should unfold in layers like a sunset. Give yourself task light at the grill and sink with shielded fixtures that aim downward. Add ambient glow using warm white string lights zigzagged high enough for head clearance, or candle-style lanterns clustered on safe ledges. 4 sparkle tuck rechargeable tea lights inside colored glass or punch pattern tin shades that project flickering motifs. Dim everything during meals so conversation becomes the highlight. balance elements for comfort. A built-in Kiva fireplace or simple portable chimenea stretches patio season by radiating heat toward seating. Counter the warmth with a small recirculating fountain, clay olla drips, or even a shallow bowl of water with floating citrus and mint that cools the air nearby. The dance between flame and water invites lingering nights and creates gentle background sound that softens urban noise and calms conversation pace naturally. Seating makes or breaks hospitality. Build a stucco banco along one wall. Top it with outdoor foam and washable covers. Hidden hinges on the seat let you store cushions, table linens, or propane canisters inside dry space. Add lightweight wrought iron chairs or stackable fiber stools you can scatter as guest counts grow. Mix back heights so short and tall guests feel supported. Cushions in graduated thickness subtly level uneven terrain. Your dining surface can multitask. Choose an extendable trestle or pair two narrow tables end to end for large gatherings. Then split them for everyday prep plus eating. A counter height bar adjacent to standard table height lets cooks chat with seated friends without stooping. Layer heat-resistant runners so hot pans land safely. Mixing metal bases with wood or tile tops echoes Hacienda tradition while resisting weather wobble over time. Planting completes the kitchen. Grow culinary herbs you actually use. Cilantro, oregano, epazote, basil, rosemary, and mint in separate pots to contain spreading roots. Slide citrus trees like lime or kumquat into rolling planters so you can chase sun or shelter from frost. Use terracotta ollas buried between plants to deliver slow moisture in dry climates. Night-blooming jasmine or nicotiana adds fragrance after dark, extending patio enjoyment long past dinner. Use color psychology to stage moods. Warm oranges and reds around the cooking zone stimulate appetite and social energy. Cooler greens and mineral blues near lounge seating encourage longer, calmer conversations after meals. If you host brunches, lean into creamy whites that reflect morning light. For evening fiestas, add saturated jewel-toned textiles that glow under lanterns. Keep dishware mostly white so food color shines against the Hacienda palette beautifully. Look up for comfort gains. Rustic beams, bamboo mats, or stretched reed panels break sunlight and trap a cushion of cooler air. Where electric fans are possible, mount damp-rated units above the grill path to sweep smoke sideways, not into guests. In dry heat, misting lines tucked along beam edges drop temperatures dramatically. Just angle nozzles away from open flames. Even simple shade cloths stapled beneath rafters tempers glare affordably. Vary counter heights so everyone cooks comfortably. Standard grill tops land around 36 to 38 inches. Prep counters can sit slightly lower for chopping leverage. Add a bar ledge at 42 inches for standing guests and quick plating. Include at least one 30-inch accessible surface for seated prep or mobility devices. Height shifts also define zones visually without walls, a helpful trick when converting open patios into purposeful kitchens. Storage outdoors must shrug off weather. Recess small niches in masonry for salt, pepper, and frequently used spices. Fit tight lids or corks. Hang cast iron skillets from powder-coated hooks under shelter so they dry fully. Install narrow pull-out drawers with drainage holes for grilling tools. Clay jars set into counter wells keep tortillas warm. Mount magnetic knife strips on the shaded side of posts to protect blades from sun. Not every appliance screams Hacienda charm. Build simple stucco or brick surrounds that swallow shiny fridge fronts while leaving ventilation gaps. Fit salvaged wooden doors or metal grills on hinges so equipment hides until needed. Fabric skirts sewn from serape stripes or neutral canvas Velcro beneath counters to screen propane tanks and storage bins. Matching hardware ties everything together. Concealment reduces visual clutter, helps small patios read calmer, and protects gear from UV. Take care of fabrics and they will take care of you. After gatherings, shake crumbs, stand cushions on edge to dry, and brush off ash before it embeds. Wash removable covers in cool water with mild soap. Skip heavy fabric softeners that reduce water resistance. Store textiles in breathable bins with cedar blocks. Never sealed plastic to block mildew. Label by season so pulling the right color story becomes effortless. Sound shapes atmosphere as surely as color. Clay bells, bamboo chimes, or metal campanas hung under eaves add soft movement cues when breezes shift. Hide compact outdoor speakers behind pottery to stream low-volume music that supports but never dominates conversation. Absorb echo by draping textiles against hard walls or planting dense lavender hedges. Controlling acoustics matters when houses are close. Your patio kitchen becomes a retreat instead of a noise source. Scent may be the most memorable design tool. Position pots of mint, thyme, and basil near seating so guests brush leaves releasing aroma. Smolder pinyon or mesquite chips briefly before cooking to perfume the air without overpowering food. Incense cones in protective holders work during insect-heavy months. Choose citronella blended with citrus peel for a fresher note. Together, these gentle layers create a signature hacienda fragrance people associate with your gatherings. Sustainability fits naturally with hacienda tradition. Capture rainwater from roof edges into decorative barrels that feed drip lines for herbs. Choose locally sourced stone, reclaimed clay tile, or recycled composite lumber to shrink transportation impact. Solar path lights charge all day and guide guests safely at night. Swap disposable plates for enamelware that stacks slim and lasts decades. Sustainable moves often look better, cost less long-term, and spark great table conversations. Designed for the whole household. Round exposed corners with bullnose tile or sanded wood to spare knees. Install simple gates or low planters that mark a no-go zone around open flame and hot surfaces. Choose washable, chew-resistant cushion fabrics when pets lounge outside. Provide a shaded water station at pet level so bowls stay cooler. When children help cook, designate a safe prep ledge for chopping soft foods with dull utensils. Smooth, entertaining flow means more time relaxing. Cluster beverages away from the main cook line so guests pour without interrupting grilling. Use tiered trays or wide wooden boards near seating for self-serve tapas, salsas, and garnishes. Provide a compost bucket disguised in pottery for lime halves and herb stems. Arrange seating in gentle arcs that encourage cross-table conversation while leaving clear lanes to the kitchen core throughout lively events. outdoor kitchens live hard lives. Seal porous saltillo or concrete floors yearly with breathable penetrating sealer to resist stains. Check grout lines for cracks before freeze seasons. Water expands and lifts tile. Slope counters slightly so rain drains, not pools. Use covers that breathe, never tarps that trap moisture. Stainless fasteners prevent rust streaks down stucco. Quick seasonal maintenance saves expensive rebuilds and keeps your hacienda hub functioning beautifully for years. Adapting hacienda ideas to different climates is simple. In humid regions, prioritize airflow gaps under counters and choose rot-resistant woods or masonry over untreated timber. Coastal zones need salt-resistant hardware and frequent rinsing of metal surfaces. Mountain or freeze-prone areas benefit from removable appliances and flexible water lines you can drain each fall. Arid deserts invite shade sails and deep overhangs to reduce glare while preserving open sky drama. Ready for a weekend refresh? Paint a stucco accent band in sun-warmed clay pigment to frame your grill. Swap out tired chair pads for inexpensive outdoor fabric cut, folded and tied with cotton rope. Hang a simple herb rack made from salvaged ladder rungs and S-hooks. Drop battery lanterns into colored glass jars for instant evening sparkle. These fast moves capture hacienda charm without major tools or budgets. If you have a little more time, try an intermediate upgrade. Run a ribbon of patterned tile along the backsplash height that aligns with serving counters, visually pulling the kitchen together. Assemble a modular countertop pizza oven or clay dome kit atop a reinforced base. Once cured, it bakes flatbreads and roasts vegetables beautifully. Add a narrow wood storage cubby beneath to keep fuel dry and organized season after season. Dreaming bigger. A full masonry island with built-in grill, sink, and refrigerated drawer becomes the beating heart of larger hacienda patios. Run gas and water lines in protective conduit with shutoff valves you can access easily. Extend a timber or steel pergola overhead and wire for fans plus dimmable lights. Integrate a tiled rooflet or clay tile edge to echo regional architecture. This is an investment that reshapes outdoor living. Let us stack the budget. Starter level. Paint, textiles, portable grill, and thrifted tables create instant hacienda hints. Mid-tier. Add stucco cladding, tile accents, improved lighting, and upgraded seating with storage. Premium tier. Permanent appliances, masonry counters, gas and water infrastructure, shade structures with integrated fans. Mix tiers intentionally. Splurge on longevity pieces. Save on color pops you will change. Balanced spending beats overspending on showpieces alone every time. Hacienda Patio kitchen welcomes modern convenience when balanced with rustic soul. Pair stainless grills with reclaimed barn doors, matte black faucets against whitewashed stucco, or sleek quartz remnant counters inset into brick bases. Use smart plugs to schedule string lights yet keep manual lanterns for backup charm. Blend smooth and rough textures in every view so technology feels embedded, not bolted on. The contrast highlights craftsmanship and comfort together. Patterns energize gatherings. Combine Talavera tiles at eye level with large-scale geometric cement tiles underfoot for grounding. Where budgets are tight, stencil repeating motifs onto sealed concrete using outdoor paint and clear topcoat. The look reads custom from a distance. Introduce pattern through textiles too. Striped runners, embroidered napkins, or woven serapes folded as seat pads. Limit your palette to 3 main colors so lively patterns remain harmonious throughout the space. Need ready-made color stories? Try sunrise warmth. Terracotta base, soft peach cushions, brass accents and sage herbs for balance. Desert twilight leans into dusky mauve, indigo, and weathered leather with copper cookware. Fiesta night explodes with chili red, cobalt, and sunflower yellow layered over neutral stone so parties feel electric. Because these schemes share earthy undertones, you can mix pieces between them as seasons change without clashing at all.